There's a reason. There's a reason that I hate Fridays. Not because it's almost the weekend and there's going to be a lot of idiots on boats on the water and ruining my weekend when I'm on my boat fishing. But the big reason that I hate Fridays normally is because it's just, I don't know why, but I normally just never make money on Fridays. And I probably should just stop trading Fridays in general. I should just stop trading Fridays, right? The volume today really just suspect. There's not really any volume today. I don't know what's going on. There's nothing really hot, nothing really going crazy. It's the last, day of the week, Friday. And this morning, pre-market, really didn't see many setups. Did not see many setups. So that should have been a sign right there like, hey, nothing's looking good. There's a couple of stocks, moving around. You got the stock like PTI. They're moving around. But we need volatility. We need action. We need momentum, volatility, volume, all that. It's really hard to day trade a stock that's moving 10, 20 cents, every 15, 20 minutes when there's no volume. Like, look at these candles. You got 22,000 shares. I could buy 22,000 shares of the stock myself and push it up if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to feed into that. And today, you'll see some of these setups, kind of one of those days. I was green on every single trade, a small green, but I wanted more, and I really wanted, not that I wanted a huge day, but I was trying to look for the opportunities, and I ended up getting some losses. And this is one of those days where the losses, I feel like you have those days where obviously, every trade you go into, there's a chance you're going to lose. But today was kind of one of those days where I could have taken small profits on every single trade and kind of walked away, with a small green day. Or I could have risked a little bit more, with the idea every trade I go into, there's a chance I might lose. And today is really a good example of that. I had some decent entries. You'll see kind of a short setup that was a little funky, but then I ended up having this kind of that intuition, that experience to know, hey, don't go covering right now, Dep. Don't go covering right now, Patrick. Don't do it. Don't go covering. So you'll see the trades here in a minute, the live trades. And also I want to remind you guys, next week, Monday through Friday, I'm going to be live on YouTube from 9 a.m. till 11, 12, just depending on how slow the market is. We'll be live Monday through Friday. I'm going to be giving away a couple things as well. I'll talk about that in another video soon, but I want to get you hyped up. I want to get everybody hyped up. I want to get everybody watching live YouTube. We're trading. We're going to be doing it and making some money next week, Monday through Friday. So tune in, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and let's get into these live trades, these really boring live. So you got VVPR here spiking up big. Big spike from $1.35 up there to almost $2 now before the market opens here. Only got 50,000 shares traded, so I'm going to wait for a little bit more volume to fill in there before, jumping in on this. But we're going to see if we can get a bit of a bounce or something here at open. I'd like to see a bit of a washout here on VVPR. Bit of a washout, maybe down to the 170 area. Pull down to the 170 area, be a decent entry, I think, here going into open. We'll see if we get this little bit of a washout before the market opens. So there's that pullback we were looking for here. Let's see if the bid drops down some more. Or the ask, Need the ask to drop down there. I'm going to jump in there at $1.73. And look for this to push above $2 here at open. On that washout there. Look for this $1.70 area to bounce and push this up there towards $2 here at open. Buyer stepping in there. You can see all the green on the time and sales. Look for this to push. Beautiful. Let's break over $2. Bit of a spread there. $1.85. Bit of a spread on this. Jumped out of it there, not liking, just kind of overall, just not going higher like we wanted it to. Taking a small loss, not a big deal. Let's see if we get some more things popping up here. Got this stock here, TWI, halted on low volume, looks like. That's what I was worried about right there, just not having the power. This really should have spiked up there towards $2 and really, if it had the power, had the action, it's not getting the volume right there. And now it's down there at $1.60. So just cutting my loss off there. You gotta cut your losses quick. You gotta cut your losses quick there. And you gotta get out of it when it's telling you, hey, get out of it. Having a little bit of a bounce here off that $1.60 area, back up there towards $1.80. Still just not getting a lot of volume. You can see these candles only 50,000 shares traded. So not a ton of volume there. I'm just not liking that. There's not much volume. It's just not coming in there. The volume's not coming in. The action isn't there. So playing it safe. TRVN pulling back down there. $1.30s. I'm going to jump in there at $1.31. Oh, nope. As soon as I said that, it dropped. Let's see if we can pop back up there. Regain that support there. Get 2,000 shares here now. Looking for some pop back up there. Above $1.30. I'm going to jump out right there. Just not liking that. All that selling pressure. There's a lot of selling pressure stacking up there. Getting here short at 6.30 on XTR. Looking for just to pull down there below 6.25. Get down to $6. Maybe just break the downside. Nice little doji there. Almost as was it kind of a doji. Get down to the 620s. See what happens at the 640 area. Not trying to cover into this resistance. But we might have to. Giving a little bit more time right here. Let's see what this does from here. This is where I should have been shorting at, not shorting down here. Been a little bit of time. I forgot the rules. I forgot the rules. I feel like if I cover, I'm going to cover right now, and it's going to just go lower afterwards. So I'm giving a little bit more time here. See if this can't get stuck there at the 645 area. I told you. The minute that I would have covered there, it would go back lower. And there it goes. So let's see if we can get back in the green on this. Now that we're back down below the EMAs. Get this to head back lower there. So looking for these EMAs to turn into resistance. So I want to see like 640, holding this down as a resistance. That's going to be a bearish sign if we're staying below 640 there. And that's what we're looking for, this to pull back down there below 630s now. Basically, you can see how, a little bit of experience, a little bit of patience there. I was thinking about covering. I was like, I'm going to cover. This is my stop there at 640. It gets up here, and I'm like, I'm not gonna cover right now, because as soon as I cover here, I know exactly what's going to happen. And look, it pulled back down there exactly like we talked about. I talked about this in real time. This is happening in real time, people. You're seeing the trades while it's happening. This is not just like pre-recorded and me going back doing hindsight trading. This is live right now. We're in the trade. So you can see just my mindset on this and how it went from being down $300 to now, I'm going to be able to get out of this for, worst come to worst, a small loss or possibly a nice little, a little bit of green here if we can break below that 625. Let's see if we can break below 625 here. If not, I'm going to cut it if it pops back above 630. So that's what we're going to do. That's my game plan. 630 area. I want to see the 630 turn into resistance now and then break below this 625. Give me a new low below all this, 620s. Get down to the low 620s, be nice. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump out of it there. Still, I feel pretty good, though, because I felt like, in the past, I would have ended up covering here at the 645 for a $300 loss. I would be able to identify, okay, the stock still, isn't making new high. The stock isn't really bouncing back. It's not getting, all the way back up there. I got the VWAP there. I got a lot of stuff telling me the stock's going to head lower, just by looking at this overall just trend. Where's the trend at there? And I can see, okay, we're not breaking out of this downward trend. So that was kind of an indicator, like I should not be covering here. I should not cover right there. And look at it now, back below 630. So just need to give it a little bit more time there, but hey, it is what it is. So I'm jumping there at 306, see if we can't push back up there towards high of day at 320s. Got my stop. They'll save my stops there at the $3 area. Put some green on the board, baby. Come on, I need a green trade here. I'm blowing it right now. Oh, God. Time to go back to Brazil. Life was easier in Brazil. Just wake up, drink some coffee, enjoy the day. Back here in America, it's wake up, lose money on a Friday, go into the weekend all upset and all sad. We got to push over this 312 area if we really, obviously, to go higher. But you can see they got some selling pressure sitting there at the 312, 311. So we need some more volume to fill in there, squeeze some shorts, and get this to move back up there towards the high of day. High of day is 323. Gotta get to this 312. Let's get to 312 right here. Come on. Little pep talk. Little pep talk, boys. pep talk, a little pushing, little pulling, little FOMO action. Let's go. Let's see if we can get a new high of day here. 320s. It seems like there's a lot of selling pressure. There's a lot of shorts sitting there at that 310, 315 area. Had some decent volume going through in this last candle, but just could not push through there. Got there at 317, just got denied, pulled right back down there. So not looking promising right now. Again, getting that spike in volume, but just not getting just denied there. Getting, a couple 310 buyers, 309 buyers, but just getting denied as soon as this pops up there. So break over all that resistance, squeeze some shorts, and just be a beautiful squeeze up there, 320, 330, 340 area, like it kind of did earlier, like this kind of move, from 290 spike up there to 306. So it's kind of setting up for that here, but also, the problem is how much selling pressure is really there. There could be some hidden sellers sitting there. It's just so hard to kind of know, what's really going on. What's the real reason, that this is getting stuck there? What's really going on? Is there somebody just sitting there with millions of shares trying to dump the shares? What's really going on here? So we'll give it a little bit more time. There's a buyer there at 305, keeps popping up. We'll kind of look for that 305 area to hold here. If it can't hold that 305, definitely going to jump out here. Then it's also just a thing of like time. What am I going to sit here for 30, 40 minutes trying to make $100? That is not worth my time right now. So I'm just looking for, if we get one more spike up there, I'm jumping out and take a $100 profit and get out of this thing. It's like watching paint dry right now. Blowing my mind. This is boring. I got to get out of this. Just give me one more pop. One more pop and I'm out of this stupid stock. I should have known pre-market. Looking at pre-market, I should have known when there just wasn't nothing. There was nothing that was hot. That should have been my sign right there. Just don't waste your time. Just go somewhere else. Do something else today. I got things I got to do. I got things I can do. More productive things than sit here and try to make $20 here on EMES. I got more things to do with my life. Please, I love you still, stock. I really love you. Just go higher. Just go higher. Maybe I got to talk to it. Come on, little baby. Just go higher. Pray, baby Jesus. Like it. And it's looking like we're going to get a move to the upside here. If we can just hold this kind of 305 area, get that squeeze on. You can see how earlier just, once we break above that 310, it's like boom, squeeze. But we need a little bit more. We need a little bit more action, a little bit more follow through. Get above that high of day there. We'll get a new high of day on this. Definitely get going. Get some more volume. People excited. If it's painful for me to trade it, I'm sure it's even more painful for you guys to watch right now. 312. Okay, now we're pushing it. Give me a little bit more. Okay, maybe this pays off here. Let's see. Let's see if this pays off. This works out in my favor here for, I get rewarded for staring at paint dry for the last hour. I've only been in the trade for like 10 minutes, but it feels like eternity. Feels like eternity here. All right, I'm going to take it right there. I'm just going to take it right there. I'm going to take it. 316. Oh, God. That was painful. But still, hey, getting me a little green today. I did get me a little green there on EMES. This is one of those stocks that this is normally why I don't trade these types of stocks. They're moving, a couple little cents at a time because it's just boring. And really, it's hard. Now it's up there at 318. So now we're going to get a new high of day. You knew that was going to happen. The moment that I sold, the stock's going to go to the moon. I mean, it's just how it's always going to work, isn't it? It's always going to work like that. But earlier, if I wouldn't have sold here and I was like, oh, it's going to the moon, and then it crashes back down, then I'd be like, why did that happen? And look at it now, squeezing. So I'm going to take it. Oh, dropping back down. So, hey, maybe I won. Maybe I win this one. Maybe I might be right on this one. Who knows? We'll take it. I'm going to close it out there. I'm going to end it out there. I'm tired of staring at the screen. I'm tired of boring Friday. So Friday, sometimes it's just how it goes. The volume is not there. The action isn't there. Look at this volume on these candles. 11,000, 24,000. I mean, there's no volume. Not even a million shares traded right now on this stock. So that's definitely another reason that I probably shouldn't be trading it. And that's kind of just how it goes. Friday, low volume. BTI, a little bounce there. This stock has just made some crazy moves lately. But I'm going to close it out there. Just I'm going to close it out there. Negative 20 on the day. $20. Then commissions and fees, probably about $50 on the day. Negative. I'll take it. I can survive. I would say that I can wipe my butt with $50 bills, but that might be inconsiderate to somebody out there who could really use $50 bills. So, not that I disvalue money, but $50 just does not do anything for me in terms of losing it or making it at this point in my life. I don't know why. I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to make a point that I'm like super uber rich, but really, you get to a point in life where you're like, hey, if I make $50, this is not going to do anything for me. It won't change anything about my life. $50 is like, I don't know why I'm ranting about $50 now, but it kind of is what it is. So there it is. I'm going to close it out. I will talk to you guys later on. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.